Hi friends, welcome back to Calm in the Chaos Homeschool. My name is Davine and today I'm going to be talking about our reward system in our homeschool. Every year our system is a little bit different. I tweak things here and there and I just change the way I do it each year. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing this year. So each year my reward system seems to change. Sometimes I do more of a macro reward system and sometimes a more micro reward system. And this year I'm going a little more micro. I'm paying attention to a few more details than I did last year. I kind of seem to switch back and forth. My first year I was a little more detailed. My second year I was a little more less detailed with my point system or rewards. And this year I'm back to being a little more detailed again. So this is my chart that I use every week. I have it double-sided so I can use it for 2 weeks before I need to erase. I just use a wet erase marker on here to keep track. And I'm going to tell you about each of the categories and what I do for each of the categories. At the bottom of the chart, there are 3 ways to earn points within each section of our day. So the first one is having a good attitude during that section. So you're not whining, not complaining, having a good attitude when they're in that part of the day. The second one is completed in time. So what this means is that the child is not dawdling. I will give adequate amount of time to finish that subject, but I was finding that some kids were drawing things out longer than they needed to be, and I wanted them to practice the habit of attention, as Charlotte Mason talks about. So one point within that time section of the day is on, did they complete it on time? Or really, did they give their full attention while doing the task? The third way to get a point is good participation and or good effort. So if this is a group time, are they paying attention enough to be able to tell me back like a narration of some sort? Or were they daydreaming and waiting for other people to come up with answers? So that would be good participation. And then if it's their own work where they're doing things independently, did they put their best effort there? Did they write neatly or did they just rush it and just scribble in the answers? How much effort did they put into the work that they were doing? So each section of the day, you can get up to 3 points. So 3 points is sort of the default unless there's a poor attitude or they're dawdling or they're not really paying attention or putting in their best effort into that section of the day. So then each day we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 ways to earn up to 3 points in each section. So the first one is their morning routine. They have a checklist. So in the morning, they wake up, they get dressed, they pick things off the floor, they kind of make their bed, they eat breakfast, have their vitamins or medicine, depending on the child. They do their chore, and then some of them are required to play outside for a bit before school starts. So they can get up to 3 points. Do they do it with a good attitude? Do they do it to the best of their abilities? And are they completed before 8:45 when we start school? So those are the ways they can get the points for their morning routine. The second section is math, but really it's personal devotions and then we go into math. So those are the first things we do every day. We do about 15 minutes of a personal devotion time and then we move into math. So how is their attitude? Did they put their best effort? Were they focused and concentrating? Were they doing things within a reasonable amount of time? So that is the next section. Our third section of the day is morning time. So during morning time, that is our Bible and then our morning basket type things, Chinese or our Michael Clay Thompson material. So it's just this next block. Are they putting in their best effort? Are they focusing? Do they have a good attitude or are they moaning and groaning throughout this period? Then after that, we usually take a recess and then we come back and do our fourth thing, which is our group studies. So our group studies are science, geography, history, whichever 1 or 2 that we are doing that day. Are they putting forth their best effort? Are they doing things in a timely manner? Are they approaching it with a good attitude? So that's our fourth block. Our fifth block is all the rest of their independent work. So then they move into their independent work. Are they doing those 3 things with their independent work? Then the next section we have is 6, and this is the nice to siblings bonus points. So I don't know about you, but sometimes I kind of have to bribe my kids to be nice to each other. I wish it was a habit and we're hoping to develop that habit, but how nice are they being to their siblings? How considerate are they being? How thoughtful? Are they not going out of their way to provoke their siblings? So they get points for that. And the final section is bonus points. So bonus points are just whatever. If we have a memory verse that they're supposed to do for that week, if they tell me their memory verse, maybe they can get those bonus points, or just anything else I want to add on top of that. So there's 7 sections and they can get 3 points in each. 6 sections is the normal amount. So they could get up to around 18 points a day if everything goes smoothly. And then if they get bonus points, they can have about 21 points. And each day is different. Some days we don't do morning time. Some days we don't do group subjects, things like that. So it just depends on the day. But anyways, I have this checklist here. And as you can see, there are my 4 children. And then there are the different sections. I just have abbreviations. And I have those for 5 days there. And then I have it on the other side. It's laminated. And so throughout the day, I'll just sit down and I'll write like 3s or 2s or 1s, depending on how each child is doing in each section. So within a week, I would say a normal week, if they do really well, they would get about 75 points. And my kids will definitely remind me to add up the points at the end of the week. And I'm going to show you the rewards that they can get for their points. So I just have a running list here on the points that each child has. So when they spend points, when we add points, I just keep a running list here so they can check how many points they have that week. And then we only do prizes at the end of the week. So about Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever they remember and make me add up the points, that's when they can decide on how they want to spend them, or they can save them, as you might have seen some of my children save their points for a really long time. And then each year, depending on the point system, I come up with prizes and the amounts that each prize takes. So I did have to tweak this a bit. I had some of these numbers higher and I lowered them a bit after a few weeks, just as I'm figuring out how much is a normal amount of points each child will get each week. This list of rewards was something that we brainstormed, I think our first year. Sometimes I'll add things, sometimes I'll take things away, but generally it's about the same with a few tweaks each year. I asked my children, what sort of rewards would you want for your points? And so this is what we came up with. I will link down below both of these charts in case you want to borrow them or tweak them or get them to fit your family. But just in case that's helpful, I'll link those in the description box below, so check that out. If you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you're notified of when future videos are up. All right, so here are the prizes that we brainstormed. I'm just gonna read through them first and then I'll show you. We have prize box. We have a small prize and a large prize, so we have 2 categories in our prize box. I will show you my prize box when I'm done here. We have pajama day. We don't generally wear pajamas to school. I feel like I am more awake when I get dressed, and so we always get dressed for school. So pajama day would be something special that they could earn. We have extra recess. So if they want to have, instead of a 15-minute recess, we could have a 30-minute recess one day. We have extra tablet time. We have movie night. So movie night would be just have special treats and they get to pick a movie and we all watch a movie together as a family. Now that seems probably pretty normal, something that you normally do. And I would say we do that. We don't always have to, it doesn't always have to be a prize. But if they wanted a particular night to be a movie night, we could do that. Now, last year, we started getting in the habit of getting a Starbucks like once a week or maybe every 2 weeks. And it was kind of my trying to get them to be nice to their siblings, and it would be based on that. I decided that was too expensive. It was becoming too much of a habit. So I have put that on our list for this time. They can earn a Starbucks treat. We have ice cream party at home. So I usually have ice cream in the freezer. And so if they want to have an ice cream party, we can just have one. That doesn't mean that we never eat ice cream when they don't have an ice cream party, but it's just something that they can choose to have on any night of the week if they want to do that. We have ice cream party at our ice cream shop nearby. So if there's an ice cream shop that's local, that we can go and get ice cream there. We have a trip to the dollar store and they can get 2 things at the dollar store. So some kids like that. We have game night. One of my daughters used her points yesterday for game night. So we played Uno and another game that my other daughter created. We have buy a book, movie during school. So having a half day or a half morning and watching a movie during school time. And then purchase a toy from Amazon or Walmart with about a $10 limit. And finally, dinner out. So that is the most points to get a dinner out, and that would be they get to pick a restaurant and we'd all go out for dinner. So those are the prizes that we have here. And so here is my list, and I have it laminated, and the kids can check and they can save up their points, or they can just spend them quickly. Some kids need more immediate rewards, so those are the prize box. And then if they want to save up points, they can save for these other things here. And so I'm just going to show you what we have in our prize box. Really nothing super exciting. I have a bin here, and these are all the things that I feel like are the smaller prizes. So anything that's been around a while that no one's picked, really, sometimes I had just like, this is an Amazon card box, but just anything you think your kids would like. Pencils, I have tattoos, I have some posters, and if kids, and you know, just like Dollar Tree stuff, anytime I see something around the house that I don't know what to do with it, I could throw it away or I could put it in the prize box. You never know if someone's gonna wanna pick it. So we have some prizes there, and if they don't get picked this year, generally I will just write, these are just tiny things, like you have a lollipop, things like that. So last year I did buy some like sensory toys, so this is what's left, but we had some Pop-Its and things like that. That probably wouldn't be in the small prize box, but so that's our small prize. So that's our small prize bin, just some random things in there. And then in our big prize bin, I bought some things at Costco. So we have like treats. They can get a bag of treats. I bought this Nutella things, some things like that. I just had these things, you know, when you don't know who to give it to. I put those in there. Here's another fidget toy, a Pop-It thing. Yeah, some more. So I bought these on Amazon. I'll link below the ones that I bought, but really try to get something for $1 or less each. So ring pops. So really anything, whole bunch of stuff in there. Anything I feel like they might want as a prize, I can put that in the prize box. And so they can earn that, or they can earn one of the other things on that list. So I hope that's helpful for those of you who are trying to come up with a reward system, just giving you some ideas of the types of prizes or a type of reward system that you could use. I just generally use this point system. My kids are 9, 10, 11, and 13. So I think not having this physical, they don't need to have tickets or things like that to know if they're getting points or not. We don't have to be as physical. Some kids who are younger usually need something more tangible, but that is what works for us. I just write down the points on the chart. They can check it at any point. They know when they don't have a good attitude, or they're not participating, or if they're not completing things with focused attention. And really this reward system is trying to help them build good habits, having a good attitude towards your work, putting in your best effort, and focusing your attention. And I will say that it definitely makes a difference when we focus on those things. Kids can get in habits of whining or complaining about their work. They can get in habits of daydreaming and things like that. And having something like this has really helped my kids kind of know and monitor themselves a little better as far as focusing on their work and just coming and approaching it with a better attitude. So in general, this works. Of course, we have days where it doesn't work, but I do try to make these things achievable for each of my children. I don't have kids who are constantly losing points or constantly not getting the 3 points in most areas. So I think you do need to adapt it for your children. Some children just have a really hard time being able to meet certain standards. So you do have to make it something that they can meet and make your expectations reasonable. It should not be something that they are always failing at, but you should be able to encourage them when they are succeeding to the extent that you need them to succeed at that point. So I hope that video was helpful. Thank you for coming today. And like I said, if you like videos like this, please do give me a like. And if you want to see future content like this, do hit the bell notification so that you're notified of when future videos are up. Thanks for coming today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Goodbye, everyone.